ourselves the things that are wrong, the missing pieces of our founders, the missing pieces of Woodrow Wilson, the fifth best president. All the professors across in every grand institution all across America says, oh, Woodrow Wilson, one of the top 5 presidents of all time. The guy was a monster. A monster. We have to be in charge of our own history. If the republic is to survive, it's going to survive because of us as individuals and what we do. The political system is going to fix itself with jail time. There are people now in the streets calling for guillotines. That's not America. Jail time is. For those who have been involved in corruption, jail time. No one is, we are a country of laws and not of men. We need to go back and listen to George Washington. He had all of the answers in his farewell address. Here's a guy who never ever wanted to serve. He didn't want to do those things. At 16 years old, he just wanted to go be in the Navy. And his mother is crying, oh, George. He goes up the gangplank, gets onto the ship. Oh, George, how could you leave your mother? And he comes back down and he said, never, mother, I will not leave you. Every step of the way, that man did what the right thing was, not for him, but for someone else. I have given up trying to find those people in Washington. Washington takes them in, chews them up, and spits them out. Great. The lesson should be, we're putting too much emphasis on Washington. Why do we need to send one lamb in to the lion's den? Shut the damn lion's den down. The power is with the people, not the corruption in Washington. When we change our homes, when we change our communities, when we change our states, Washington changes. The answer will not come from Washington. Only more of the cancer will come from Washington. The cure comes from us as individuals and our homes. I was reading Abraham Lincoln's last inaugural speech. Times have not changed. At the time he gave that speech, the world was on fire. America was. And rage was the in feeling. Vengeance. They started it. They did it. Get them. Punish them. The inaugural speech, his vice president got up to speak first, and he was hammered. And his speech basically was that. Get them, and let me tell you something else about the South. They cause all these problems. He's hammered out of his mind. And Lincoln had to be sitting back there and say, this is the worst vice president. It's going to take Joe Biden to beat this guy. And Abraham Lincoln got up to speak. He didn't want to be there. He didn't want to speak. He certainly didn't want to say the things that he had to say, because nobody wanted to hear this. Everybody wanted blood. My son, my daughter, my family's been ripped apart, killed, maimed. My country, because of these people over here. Get them! You got them! Now take him out! When Grant had Lee, Lincoln received a telegram, I have him. I have him. What should I do? Lincoln's response was, let him up gently and tell him to go home. So now at the second inaugural address, his vice president in a drunken stupor, Abraham Lincoln gets up and starts walking towards the podium. And there's a guest on the podium who hates Abraham Lincoln and is so enraged when he sees him, he actually stands up and lunges towards Lincoln. A police officer happens to be there and stands in between them. And the guy gets control of himself and looks up at the police officer and President Lincoln and says, sorry, I slipped. And the police officer said, because he recognized him, because he was sitting with the daughter of a very famous northern senator. She was the Paris Hilton of her day. And he was the Leonardo DiCaprio of the time. And so the police officer said, oh, I know who you are. Sure, I understand, Mr. Booth. And Abraham Lincoln walked on. Rage. Abraham Lincoln came to the podium and just said, with malice toward none and charity for all. It is the message of every great leader at times of trouble. It's what Bonhoeffer tried to say and no one would listen because it was too late. It was the message of Abraham Lincoln and Gandhi. It has always been the underlying message of the United States of America, with malice toward none and charity for all. The next 18 months are going to be unlike anything we've ever seen before. Darkness beyond our wildest imagination. But I'm here to tell you, as darkness grows, so does the light. You're about to see flashes of light unlike you've ever seen before. Because this time, it's happening in America. Americans cannot turn their eyes from it. It's not overseas, it's here. And they will rise. And they will rise with malice toward none and charity for all. Thank you, and God bless.